Sagittarius, how are you doing? Let's jump right into it and see what the issue is that you're facing as we head into February. 7 of Cups, confusion. Interesting. Unsure of the next step. I'm also getting this idea of unsure how we're supposed to be feeling about all this. Whatever it is that we're discussing here. Strength. Needing the courage to stand up for yourself, right? I'm getting this idea. I'm getting this idea here of, should we be upset by this? Is this something that matters, right? And having the courage to change, right? Having the courage to move on in a different way, maneuver in a different way than you have previously here. Yeah, just overthinking, right? Second guessing yourself is what I'm feeling here. Not feeling confident. Not feeling grounded. And just allowing these doubts and insecurities and these fears here to run away with you. Especially with that devil energy. Let's get a little bit more on what this issue is for Sagittarius. I am not liking this headspace for you. And that devil wanted to pop out in these cards as well. The Empress, yeah, we need to be a little bit more gentle with ourselves, a little bit more loving, and acknowledge how we're feeling, or at least try to give words to it, to communicate it, right? I don't like this idea of, are my feelings valid? And that's what you're showing me here. Yeah, a lot of nurturing energy is what I'm seeing is needed for you here. Perhaps you're being too hard on yourself, and we need to let that go. Perhaps you're carrying too much, and it's leaving you feeling a little bit overwhelmed, exhausted, insecure, and something's got to give, right? What should Sagittarius not be doing as it relates to this issue? Princess of Swords. Huh. Interesting. Don't be swayed. I feel like someone, or even yourself, might be trying to get in your head, kind of say, oh, you should do this or you should do that, right? And we don't be swayed. You feel how you feel. Emperor, in reverse. Don't take, right, this idea with the Emperor in reverse is being too stubborn, being too digging our heels in and not giving an inch, right? So it could be in all of this confusion here and all of this insecurity, we're doubling down on something that maybe we shouldn't be doubling down on, right? Yeah, you know better. You know better. I'm sensing that this might be some sort of pattern, or we don't want to repeat a pattern. But there is a familiarity here. Yeah, Tower energy. 6 of Pentacles. So February is it just feels like a bit of a challenge for you, Sagittarius. Things aren't going the way that you want them to, and it feels like your natural instinct here, right? With this confusion, are my feelings validated? Should I be worried about this? And kind of letting that emotion and that anxiety kind of escalate and build here. We need to get back to a grounded sense, because there's a beautiful opportunity to change here. This does feel like a path that we've been down, or fear of repeating a pattern. Okay, take it as it resonates. But with this Tower energy, the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, it's almost like we need to undo something that's been done. We need to stop giving to something. And yeah, Emperor right side up. Stand firm in our beliefs, but not be so unbending that we're not open to understanding what we did to get to this place. That Three of Swords is peeking up as well, right? But understanding, and not only understanding what we could have done differently, right? But also holding others accountable as well. Yeah. King of Pentacles showing up now twice. So again, this feels like we're looking long term. This could be with work. This feels more like family matters. Yeah, a new perspective here. A new perspective. Working hard. Yeah, so just a little bit of a Tower moment, something that I feel like you're not quite expecting here, is shaking something up. We just don't want to repeat a pattern. There are certain things that are showing up, and I'm getting like, I don't want to feel invalidated. And so that's why we're being perhaps a little bit too stubborn here. Or digging our heels in too much. But it looks like something's happening, or that kind of is being challenged in a way to balance out how you should be feeling validated with not taking anything out on loved ones' situations, right? Interesting. What should Sagittarius do? Ace of Wands and 10 of Wands in the shadow there. Yeah, so something's got to give for sure. And it could even be whatever that Tower moment is. We're letting go of some sort of priority here. We're going to stop giving to something in order to free up time and space and allow ourselves to feel validated, to feel like we have a general understanding of what we're feeling, why we are feeling it. Yes, we are okay to feel that, right? Take accountability for any kind of past action here and not continue to repeat whatever this pattern is. It feels like whatever fear you have surrounding this is part of the reason that this Emperor is in reversed. We're so focused on it not happening that it kind of ends up, whatever we don't want to happen, kind of ends up happening, right? Challenging our foundations here. Yeah. So again, it feels like all of the signs are really going through some personal work, and you are no different, Sagittarius. Whatever this is that we're speaking on here, this feeling of feeling invalidated, this idea of giving too much or not wanting to repeat this pattern here, it definitely is. It's speaking to something foundational. Okay, a core belief, an idea here, something very well integrated into who you are. Three of Wands, and we're open to seeing this for what it is with the amount of Pentacle energy here, but also understanding it's time to put this behind us. Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands, all of this fire energy. Yeah, it's like we have to acknowledge the good, the bad, and the ugly here in order to get back to being the best version of us, right? Get back to the version of us that we want to be. Yeah, I'm surprised the sun isn't peeking out here. Page of Cups. A little bit of enjoyment. I'm getting let's get out of your head a little bit. Which is interesting. Yeah. make the decision to move on and move forward. You've learned your lesson. Ace of Swords in the reverse. We don't want to reject any new perspective here. The Ace of Swords is, or any ace is neither good nor bad. You showing me this ace in reverse feels like we want to move forward. We're making a decision. Perhaps you're making the decision to reject whatever this perspective is. And I'm wondering why that's the case. Because that just means that we're going to keep repeating this pattern here. You've gone quiet now. Okay, Nine of Swords in reverse. So I do like that, right? Ace of Swords in reverse, not so much. The Nine of Swords in reverse, yes. That's ultimately what we want, right? We want to put these doubts, insecurities, any feelings of being invalidated to rest. And if you're rejecting some sort of logic in order to make that happen, so be it. The World, Page of Swords, interesting. Interesting. I feel like we're going through this loop a little bit more. Oh, there's a card here. Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, Sagittarius, I feel like you know the path forward here and you want to move forward, but something's keeping you in this loop. We're repeating a pattern. We are repeating a pattern, and it feels like we're not quite sure how to jump off of this, right? So your Emperor showing up in reverse makes sense. You've learned this lesson, but you're still not letting whatever this is go, right? So we have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. However you're feeling is affecting your physical environment. The good thing with the Seven of Pentacles is what I'm seeing is you've slowed down, right? You're trying to be intentional about how do we move forward. Five of Wands. This pattern could be speaking on how you interact with somebody in your close personal circle here, or how you interact with people in general. Trying to assert so much control and then ending up feeling like you have none, or you have no authority, like personal authority. Six of Wands. Yeah, you want to move on. And Temperance showing up in your shadow. You showing up in your shadow. Yeah. And again, that King of Pentacles. So we're thinking long term. We want to feel good. We want to be happy where we stand. We want to enjoy the life that we've made and the sacrifices it's taken us to get here, right? But that does involve picking up this Ace of Swords that I see you rejecting here. And so again, it feels like I think you know where you want to be, but we're getting caught up in this cycle. I feel, Sagittarius, you're getting sidetracked a little bit, despite having the best intention of wanting to move forward. So I think that is what we should be focusing on examining in the week of February, right? Thinking that we have a new outlook or it'll be different this time, just to come to find out you do all this work and kind of get wrapped up back in this cycle and realize that we're no further along than we were prior to that, right? Yeah. Practice self-care. Serve others, but don't neglect your own needs. You can't give what you don't already have. Replenish your cup. Tend to yourself. Yeah, definitely. Especially with this, whatever this is here, right? You're feeling invalidated, or perhaps like you're not good enough, whatever that is, right? However that's presenting for you, Sagittarius, ask yourself what you need in that moment. Do you need validation? Do you need a nice warm bath? Do you need a spa day? Do you need to get out of the house even, right? Whatever that is, give that to yourself without feeling any of these Nine of Swords, overthinking, anxiety, any of that. You need a break. You need a break with whatever is going on and whatever kind of cyclical pattern we're in right now, Temperance. You need to practice that self-care now more than ever. Remember your purpose. Yeah, for sure. This cycle, it feels just you're getting kind of caught up in it, and we need to break it. And so it feels like, yeah, it makes sense we're getting frustrated. It makes sense we're kind of lashing out here, right? Because you're stuck in something that doesn't feel like it's yours, and it feels like it's taking time away from what really matters, right? And you're rejecting energetically, you might not be aware of it, but you're rejecting all of these opportunities that the universe wants to bring to you because we're stuck in this loop. Remember your purpose. You came to Earth to learn how to love yourself and all that is, to achieve self-mastery, to explore conscious co-creation. Heaven resides in your heart. Remember your purpose. It's a beautiful card. Oh, there we go. Find balance. Such a great Sagittarius card. Find balance. Yeah, that's all we want. Even moderation requires moderation. Swinging from one extreme to the other can put one out of balance. Restore your peace from within. That is exactly what we are speaking on. That is a great ending to this reading here. Your pendulum is swinging. You're going from one extreme to the next, and it feels like you can't. Your energy is moving and you're just playing catch up. With whatever we're doing, we're playing catch up here, and you need to find your middle ground. You need to find your middle ground here. Okay. A little bit of a roller coaster of a month, Sagittarius, I would say. You know where you want to be. It's just a matter of clearing the cloud and clearing that fog to find your path forward. You'll get there. I know you will. I have faith. Sagittarius, this is what I have for you for February. Thank you so much for coming and seeing what February has in store. I appreciate you today and always. We'll see you next time. Take care.